Man, talk about a rocky day for stock so far, guys, and for SoFi stock for that matter, even though it's up. Guys, look, it's still up on the day, but we've given back about $2 from where we were earlier today, per share that is. SoFi at one point was up 8-9% in that ballpark, so we have given back a good amount of gains as the overall market, guys, it's looking rough. It's looking rough today. The S&P's down, let's see, 0.4%. Russell's down over 1%. Dow's down about 0.4%, as well as QQQ is down 0.5%. So guys, listen, we're going to break down SoFi, the charts, what we're looking like when it comes to the indices, what I'm looking to do. But first, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates. I actually just posted one earlier today. I post those weekly, twice a week, guys. Link down below, or go to stasurfs.com/Patreon, also pinned in the comments. And with that being said, come on, cheers, take a sip of your coffee, and let's get into it. So, SoFi was on fire earlier, guys, and again, it's still up 3% in the midst of a red day, so this is very good either way, right? But earlier, we were up a ton, pushing almost $29 a share, right? And you can see here on the 5-day, 5-minute, man, we completely have been breaking out the last day or two, really 2 days, Monday, yesterday, today, Tuesday. We have been completely breaking out after we saw a good amount of selling, manipulation, if you will. We made that video going over those bearish articles, kind of what was going on with SoFi. And I told you guys 2 days ago, yesterday, I was like, don't be surprised if this starts to rebound. We got an 18% drop. The stock was almost in a bear market. It looked really good on the larger time frames. I was like, guys, don't be surprised. Then all of a sudden, boom, we got, the big rip yesterday leading into today. And now we're starting, like I said, to break out yet again, and on this 30-minute chart, you can really see it. This 10-day, 30-minute chart, you're noticing golden cross, right? 50 SMAs above the 180 SMA for the first time since we hit all-time highs, right? Which that was in the middle end of September. So for the first time in a good 2 weeks, guys, we're seeing the breakout of these moving averages. We're getting the golden cross. What more could you ask for, right? In the short term, that is, in the midst of a red day like today. It's looking good. And we can see here, we got rejected at intraday at about $28.50, which is where the stock kind of triple topped on the 25th, 26th, and 29th of September. We can see that was at about 28.50, 28.60. So that is a resistance in the short term. But again, the fact that we're seeing the breakout on this 30-minute, the golden cross, this is bullish, guys, even though we got rejected at 28.50. In the very short term here, with this rejection and the pullback, look what's going on. Now we're up 3.5%. Buyers are coming in again. We're seeing a higher low being put in above this 50 moving average at a higher low. This is great news, man. Buyers are coming in right where you want to see them come in, and now I'm looking to see, all right, buyers are coming in. We're up over 3.5%. Let's see if we can make this push to 28.50 again, intraday high, the high from the end of September, and let's see if we can break out of it. Let's see if we can break out of it and start making that push to 30 plus. That's where I think we're going to go if we take out 28.50, which, guys, SoFi is looking like this on a red day. Imagine if the overall market were to rebound tomorrow, later this week. That would propel SoFi even higher, in my opinion. So the charts look great. On the 4-hour chart, you guys can see here, if I clear the drawing set and zoom in a little bit, we're actually breaking back over the moving averages on this time frame as well, 4-hour chart, which is great news, man. Great news, as we were under the moving averages for a couple of trading days, and we were under the 50 SMA for more than just a couple of trading days. But now, like I said, we're starting to reverse. I like it. And if we draw out this wedge, You guys can see the wedge. It's kind of starting to break out a little bit, ever so slightly, out of the wedge, which is good on the 4-hour chart. And on the 1-hour chart, you're noticing we're breaking out of these moving averages. So I like it, guys. I like it. In the midst of a red day, man, what more could you ask for? SoFi's up now almost 4%. This is great. And on the intraday, we can see the sharp rebound, after selling off straight $2 straight down pretty much. Now we're starting to get this rebound. So let me know your thoughts on SoFi in the comments, guys. I'm holding on tight. You all know that. I'm holding on. And I mentioned that I was going to buy more, but it just didn't get to my price target. I wanted to buy more at $20 to $22 a share if it were to get down there, and it got down at 25. So I didn't buy more, guys, but I'm still eyeing it up. Maybe for a momentum play if it breaks out at 28.50. That could be a trade. That could even be a trading opportunity, right? So what are your thoughts? What are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, hit that subscribe button. Make sure, guys, because I checked my analytics. I think 50% of you, roughly in that ballpark, watch the content, which I appreciate, by the way. But you're not subscribing. You're not subscribing, so that needs to change. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button. Cheers, by the way, for that. I appreciate you guys. And let's keep on pushing, man. Overall, like I said, stocks are not hot today. We only have a couple that are green, and SoFi's one of them, at least on my watch list. But, man, there's a lot of red out there. A ton, If I come down here a little bit, let's see. We have stocks like, big tech names, you name it. Stocks like Adobe, Google, Microsoft, all those are down today. Meta's down 1%. We have stocks like Open Door, which I'll make a video on. That'll be the next video. I'll take a look at it quick now for you guys, but we'll talk more about it later. It's down 7%. It's down 7%. CrowdStrike down 3.5% on the day, which this one started to break out. We have a little cup and handle forming, but it's not fully playing out. But that's one that I'm eyeing up here. DeFi Technologies, which I actually, full disclosure, bought more of today. I'm eyeing up here. We're noticing DeFi is putting in potentially a bottom. I don't want to say for sure because this is a small cap company. Anything could happen with these, right? It's roughly like an $800 million market cap, in that ballpark. So never be so sure that this is going to be the bottom. But we've been holding for a good almost 2 months now. We've been holding $2.10, and I added more. at about $2.20 today, and I'm going to add even more DeFi Technologies, guys, if this comes down to $2 a share flat, and especially under $2, I'm going to be buying more. And this is a longer term investment, not necessarily a trade. Not saying DeFi is bad for a trade, but the way I'm looking at it is an investment. And we got news from DeFi today that they reported assets under management of $990 million as of September 30th, which increased month over month. And their inflows for September, I think, were like $23 million. So their inflows continue to pop, which is good. And yeah, man, they're seeing a lot of inflows, assets under management growing. A lot of exciting things going on with SoFi, not SoFi, S-O-F-I, SOVFI, which goes more into sovereign debt, how they're going to really just revolutionize that market, that industry. DeFi's got a lot in DeFi Alpha, right? They're the trading arm of their business. I'm super excited about everything here. The trading arm of their business, the asset management, Valor, that part of the business, and what they have planned for the future with SoFi and how they're going to continue expanding in the European markets and across other markets with their ETPs. There's a lot going on here. So I bought more, and this is a smaller position for me, guys. It's not like an all-in type of deal, but it is a company that I like for the longer term, and I haven't really found many companies, stocks that are smaller, quote unquote, where I can get potentially a 5-10x return. I haven't found many of those recently, but I think DeFi could be one of those. But guys, please do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Full disclosure, I own DeFi, obviously, and I just think it's going to do well, but it's not guaranteed. I look at DeFi and I'm personally, in my head, I'm like, this is kind of like SoFi in a way. Not really. I mean, obviously they're different businesses, but it's similar to my SoFi investment, back 2 years ago when I was really buying SoFi in the single digits, mid-single digits. And not many people were too hot on SoFi back then, guys. But yeah, I think DeFi Technologies is similar to that in the sense that, not too many people are in tune with what's going on with this one. They're growing. How much money could be, made on the bottom line here long term. There's a lot. And I think it's one of those that could do well, but there's also a lot of risk, right? So do your own research. And yeah, with that being said, guys, I think I rambled a little too much there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and check out the Patreon. If you guys want to keep up with my portfolio updates week in, week out, we're doing 2 weekly portfolio updates. There's a Discord plus more, guys. All of that's on Patreon. I get asked all the time, Stas, what stocks are you buying? How do you run your portfolio? It's all on Patreon, guys. We're putting in $500 a week. We're doing bonus deposits. So we're actually growing this with real money, right? And I'm buying a bunch of stocks, running the portfolio. If you're interested, it's linked down below, pinned in the comment section as well, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.